Hi everyone, so here is the Photoshop interface. What this is just like Illustrator. What you can do is either open a file, create new, or file open. Okay, so I'm just going to do create new. And what this is going to do is basically, if it wants to open, there we go. Okay, you can customize it like anything else. Okay, so I will let you know if you're working in Photoshop, you can work with pixels. A lot of your images that you may upload are going to already be pixels. I'm just going to do inches for convenience because when most people want a document, they'll say like a 5x7 or an 8x10. So I'm going to change it to inches and just do an 8.5 like a regular paper by 11. Okay, remember you can change your orientation, so you can have portrait or landscape mode. So this one would be landscape, this is portrait. Your resolution, I always put up to 320, so that's 320 pixels per inch. Okay, depending again if you are printing or if you are on screen. If you are on screen, you use RGB, okay, color. If you are printing, you change to CMYK. So we're going to keep this on screen. So I'm going to, when I say on screen, on your computer, we're going to keep this with RGB color. Okay. And you're going to push create. Okay. And then your interface is going to come up. So this is what we're going to talk about. It is basically set up like Illustrator, but a couple things are going to be a little different and a little confusing, and it's going to take some time to work with. Okay. So again, at the top, you have your menu bar. Up here, you have your options. And then over here, you can always change this up, okay? I usually do essentials. To your left here is your, and I can bring this out, okay? This is your toolbar, okay, like we did before. I can throw it back in there, okay? You can push it out to make it look like this. It's up to you. Okay, and then you have your documents tab. So obviously I have my document here. Now, over to the right, you have collapsible panels, and you don't have as many, but you can add more. So this one automatically has my colors, swatches, okay, realize they are under different categories, okay, gradients, basic, all this good stuff. Okay, again, a little bit different than Illustrator, and then you can do patterns and whatnot. Okay. There are obviously other tools here. Add an adjustment would be to a specific layer, such as an image. So you have multiple things. You can adjust the brightness and contrast. And think of this as, I hate to use this example, but Instagram, when you can add filters, that's what these adjustments are. Okay, adjustment layers. You can adjust the curves, the light, the exposure. Okay, vibrance, hue and saturation, the color balance, black and white. Channel mixer has to do with different colors, like adding more reds and having a brighter green, all that good stuff. Okay, and then below, okay, these are always going to stay the same, are your layers, channels, and your paths. Okay, paths and layers are what you're going to work with, but the big thing I want to talk about here for a second is when you open a new document, this background, this white, is automatically locked, okay? And it labels it background immediately. If you want to keep that there, perfectly fine. You just add a new layer and you can add something onto it. And you'll see here it has this checkered background, meaning it's see-through, okay? If you want to unlock the background, okay, which you can do, all you simply have to do is double click on it. It's going to say new layer because you're going to enable it layer 0, and you just push OK. And now it's unlocked. It is white, okay, but I'm just going to use the move tool here, and you can see that I can now move the background around. Okay, so that is your basic interface. Remember, if you lose something, okay, go to Window, okay, you can have your workspace, okay, and then you can decide what you want. So like character, you can have there, paragraph, and anything else you may want to add.